Good evening and welcome to this week's edition of Mike on the Mic. I'm Mike Hughes. Well, believe it or not, we're already through a third of the regular season of high school football here in the state of Kansas. As we move into week number 4, we got some great games coming up around the area, including our game of the week here on Nex-Tech Local 1. That is going to be Wallace County at Trego. Trego 3-0 on the season. They're undefeated. They defeated Quinter last week by a score of 46-0, and that's a game you'll see here in just a little bit here on Nex-Tech Local 1. Other games around the area include Hoxie at Rawlins County. Hoxie lost to Wallace County last week, a close game, 30-22. Hayes High, they're 1-2 on the season. They will travel to Garden City. They lost a close game to Liberal last week by a score of 21-13. Dighton will be at Northern Valley. Northern Valley 1-2. Northern Valley did beat Winona Triplanes Brewster this last week, 44-14, to pick up their first win of the season. Quinter, 0-3 on the season, will be at Hill City. Of course, Quinter lost to Trego, as you mentioned, 46-0. Hill City lost to St. Francis last week by a score of 66-18. It'd be Western Plains at Golden Plains. Golden Plains 3-0 on the season. That win was at Cheyenne. Pike Valley 3-0 at Osborne 3-0. Here's a couple of state-ranked teams in 8-man football that's going to go at it at Osborne. Osborne beat Lakeside last week, shut them out 50-0, while Pike Valley defeated Stockton by a score of 56-8. Logan Palco, they won last week here on Nex-Tech Local 1, defeated Thunder Ridge. Matter of fact, they blanked them 50-0. They'll be at Stockton against Stockton 0-3. Otis Bison will be at Victoria. Victoria, a nice win last week over Ellenwood, 56-18. They are now 2-1 on the season. Smith Center, the win last week at home against TMP, 62-0. They'll be at a tough Norton Ball Club. They're 2-1, state ranked in 3A. Norton defeated Oakley last week, 55-16. They, of course, lost to Plainville the week before. Plainville, by the way, they're 2-1 on the season, will be at TMP this week. TMP 0-3. Lakeside 0-3 will be at Rock Hills. They're 3-0. Lakeside, as we mentioned, lost to Osborne 50-0. Rock Hills defeated Chase 54-8 last week. Thunder Ridge, who lost last week here on Nex-Tech Local 1, they're 0-3. They'll be at Bennington. Phillipsburg 3-0. They're state ranked in 3A. They'll be at Oakley. Phillipsburg defeated Plainville last week 31-16. Minneapolis will be at Russell. Russell lost to Southeast of Saline last week 42-20. Dodge City will be at undefeated Great Bend. Great Bend 3-0 after their win over Wichita Northwest last week at a high-scoring affair, 58-47. And Natoma, 0-3 on the season, will be at Wheatland Grinnell. Norton lost to Pawnee Heights last week by a score of 60-6. Now, we've got some great games coming up here on Nex-Tech Local 1 in the next few weeks. Of course, our game tonight, Wallace County at Trego. Next week, we'll have Victoria at Logan Palco, and that game will be played at Logan. Sacred Heart at Plainville. Sacred Heart, tough. They were undefeated but got beat by Beloit this past week. That was their first loss of the season, so a couple of 2-1 teams at this present time. Decatur Community will be at Hill City. Then we'll have Phillipsburg at Norton. That's going to be a battle of 3A powers there, and that's going to be a district game that's going to play into the hands of either ball club with a win or a loss. Lakeside will be at Stockton, and then Plainville will be at La Crosse. That's our games here on Nex-Tech Local 1 coming up in the next few weeks. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Mike on the Mic. We do want to thank our sponsor, the Phillips County Health Systems. Now we'll send it back to Curtis and Chris with our area game of the week right after this message.